So for this section, I'd like to talk about perverted men. You know, these disgusting perverted men that are constantly staring at women when women try to just get on with their lives. I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, I watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of videos on YouTube exposing it, and you know, there'll be women sometimes, and they'll be going to the gym, and obviously they'll be wearing tight leggings and stuff because it's easier to train in them sort of clothes. And they'll set a camera up and start filming themselves in the gym, and they'll be like, you know, they'll be streaming it on OnlyFans, so you know, they'll have a couple of hundred fans watching them and everything like that. But then as she's working out, she turns around, and all of a sudden there's just some disgusting, sweaty pervert staring at her in the background. I mean, it's not fair. Do you know what I mean? And it's not fair because, you know, you're putting her off. You're putting her off her workout. You're putting her off doing her workouts, and you're putting her fans off as well. And they're all paying to watch this. And you know, these perverts that are paying to watch you are being distracted by the pervert that is getting the free show, the free live show. I mean, it's absolutely terrible. No wonder these women are getting absolutely pissed off with you. I mean, I know some people would argue and say, well, you know, can't you go and do it somewhere where it's not a public place? But I mean, why should they? I mean, we're entitled to our privacy at the end of the day. You know, she's streaming in front of a few hundred followers, and you know, you've got perverts in the background who just can't leave them alone. I mean, you know, but these men are disgusting, like I say. I mean, you see these women walking around cities and towns sometimes, and you know, they're just walking around minding their own business. You know, and obviously it's nice at the moment, it's July, so they're not wearing a lot of clothes, but then you just get these men just staring at them. You know, it just, what's wrong with them, man? They're just absolutely perverted. I mean, and you know, these men use excuses like, you know, they say, well, if she wasn't dressed like that, I wouldn't stare at her. Or if I was dressed like that, then people would be staring at me as well. And if you don't want to be stared at, then dress sensibly. And just because it's red hot doesn't mean that you have to walk around semi-naked at the end of the day. If you actually look at how hot countries dress, most countries don't dress. Most hot countries actually do cover the skin. But that's all irrelevant to me. Like I say, she can dress however she wants, and she has the right to walk around any town or city, anywhere, without being distracted by people staring at her. I mean, I don't believe that women are doing this sort of thing for, you know, I don't believe that women want to be stared at like this. But, and I know people are saying, well, if they don't want to be stared at, why don't they dress a little bit more conservatively? I mean, you don't have to show every single part of your body possible just because it's red hot to keep yourself cool. Like I say, the hottest countries tend to cover the skin and still keep themselves cool by using, you know, cooling materials. But that's all irrelevant to me. Like I say, she can dress up however she wants, and she's still got the right to walk around towns without having perverts staring at them at the end of the day. I mean, you know, and that's for these people who say that it's actually perverted to be walking around cities and towns dressed like that, you know, actually looking for that attention. Then, you know, I disagree. At the end of the day, it's hot. The weather's hot, and you know, she wants to keep herself cool. There's nothing wrong with that. At the end of the day, if she wants to walk around the town totally naked, then she should be allowed to do that without everybody staring at her as well. I mean, you know, but people are just absolute perverts.